Hi everyone and a warm welcome back to the monthly WARNO tournament for April for SD League. We are in round 5 once more, and today we're going to have the first game between Tommy and Wero, and the second game will be tomorrow. Just gives me a little bit more flexibility in covering more of the Tacticon demos and things that are out this weekend. So, Tommy is playing on the left in blue as the 8th Infantry, and over on the right in red we have Wero playing as the 79th Tank Division. Plenty of recon going up here and some rangers coming in choppers for Tommy. Something we've seen in a few games recently is people on Tommy's side, the left, trying to rush into this point. It's becoming slightly more common. I think because it's worked a couple of times, more people are trying it, but it is difficult to achieve. These three will likely land, and if not, one of them may get destroyed, but the infantry may just survive. But there's a lot of units there and a lot of igglers there for Wero. It's like he was predicting there would be choppers incoming. In fact, this has been a devastating attempt for poor Tommy because he's already lost 2 squads of those rangers completely. 1 remains, but I suspect not long for this world. The ACAVs are coming in there, dishing out plenty of damage, but they're being taken out by a BMP-1. More Strelky here as well, and another BMP-1 here taking them out. One BMP-1 is down. Thunderbolt AT coming in. Just to have a quick look at the bottom there, obviously nothing there for Wero. Tommy has pushed all the way out. Wero was fighting hard for this top point. Plenty of damage done by the Thunderbolt as it came in. Has done some damage to the MI8, but is still taking fire from the Igglers, but doesn't actually take a hit. LRS still pushing in here for Tommy, along with those scouts. Sapri Commander are technically at risk, but I just don't imagine these troops are going to get in. Surely they're going to die. MiG-31 came in there. Managed to kill the Thunderbolt, I think. Thunderbolt certainly went down. I'm not sure what got the kill on it. Tommy is pushing out here, though. Quite aggressive. Might get around into this point. But he's lost a lot in this initial push. He even had a command coming in at the top there. More reinforcements coming in. He really wants to push this point. What is happening at the other side? T-62's coming in there. Absolutely nothing at the bottom here for Wero. I'm wondering if he's thinking about it, if he needs to pivot down there. Because as we can see, Tommy is gradually pushing out here and not meeting any resistance at the moment. Chaparral was taking fire there, but has been moved out of dodge. Cobra coming in there. Fire Team Dragons. Fire Team 84, sorry, in a dragon launching vehicle. More ACAVs. T-62s for defense, and ACAV here. Chopper's been brought in down here. Will help defend this area. Another chopper coming in. There is a Chaparral back there, so there will be anti-air. And it is being moved up. He has seen that chopper coming in. Recon chopper coming in there as well. Oh. T-62 is immediately pivoting down at the bottom in stairs. That may or may not be a good decision. Tow Cobra here, taking shots at the BMPs. MI-24 doing its job already. Supply coming in there. Well, these choppers are about to start seeing a lot of units that are down here, I imagine. This recon chopper in particular. This is where Wero sees that the bottom is lit up like a Christmas tree. Surely going to be in range to see these units now. Yep, there we go. Surely can see those. And we'll see everything in these buildings, I would imagine. I'm just trying to keep it snapped onto the unit. It is going to be taken down by the Chaparral, but it has seen plenty. The Mi-24 managed to open up on those units there, so they were definitely visible. Big push coming here again from Tommy into this top point. T-80BV heading in there to defend. But Wero has lost his units that were there. More units coming in. But very little at the bottom. I mean, there's nothing in the point. There's just these couple of defensive units. Each player, unknowingly to the other, could probably push the bottom. Pretty sure Tommy with a few more units could push Delta, and equally, I'm pretty sure that Wero could push Alpha with not a lot of effort. But they're very much concentrating on this top point. Currently, Tommy remains in the lead with just 38 points, which isn't enough to win by any means. And we are only 6 minutes into this game, and it feels like it's gone on longer than that, the amount of death and destruction in this top point. Chaparral in there, taking pot shots at... Oh, it was going for the Mi-24. I'm thinking it's shooting at something back here, but actually the chopper was much further forward. Mi-8 still alive here, not being engaged by anything at the moment. Chaparral is out of missiles, so it doesn't currently pose a threat. Reinforcements being brought in down here now, though, for Tommy. Markers going down on various units here. Another group of T-62s coming in there. I mean, they'll certainly be good for dealing with all of these vehicles. The M60 tanks, for example. And a T-80BV will obviously be very, very good at that. Scouts taking a lot of fire down there. Certainly, Wero is going to clear up all of this stuff. Well, except for that one squad of scouts which remains in that building. More infantry coming in down here. T-62s are pushing in. I think Wero is going to make a move down here. Fighting Falcon coming in. Going for the Mi-24. Oh, Fighting Falcon is down, though, to the MiG-31. It got its kill on the chopper, but the MiG-31 got its kill as well. Scouts are down there. There is nothing now stopping Wero getting into the edge of this point, other than the few defenders. These units coming in here and unloading. Loads of mortars being used here. Is that smoke going down? I think it is smoke going down. It's to stop Wero being able to see the incoming units. T-80 being pushed in front of that smoke so it can still shoot. Those T-62s need to get there quickly. Otherwise, Tommy is going to be in this town. BMP's doing their best to hold stuff back. But there's a lot of infantry coming in here. A carpet bombing wouldn't go amiss in this situation, but I'm not sure if Wero has any of those. Got all those engineers coming in now. There's not a lot of infantry at this point. T-62s will be helpful, but there's a lot coming in there. Thunderbolt coming in down here to deal with these tanks. Veering off, though, obviously can't see them. Heading towards the top, probably going to go for that T-80. Taking fire already, though. It's going for the Mi-24. It is badly damaged. I'm surprised it's not evacing, because it does have a full red bar. Cohesion low. Down it goes. There's 25 AT coming in, going for the infantry there. Gets at least one kill on that strafing run. This is a good push by Tommy, though. He has lost quite a bit. The T-80 being smoked once more, but the T-62s assisting in defending this area. There's not a lot of anti-tank stuff here. He's really relying on the AT-4s. Falcon coming in, going for the Su-25. Su-25 gets out intact. Falcon is damaged. There's not a lot of AA down, though, for Wero. Wero making a move on the bottom point now. We'll have to keep an eye on that, but I just want to see how this goes. Currently, the T-62 is doing an amazing job. Just all that fire support going in. There's a fire team law left. The AT-4 is dead back there. Really, the law is the only scary thing here now. That CV surely about to die to that tank. There it goes. Another jet going down there. An F-16 cluster that was coming in. I assume it was coming in for that tank, in fact. Oh, Law's going to get a good hit on this T-62. Doesn't do a lot of damage, gets a front hit. But there's all the fire support going in now. That was a sacrificial T-62. It will survive, though. I thought it was going to take more damage than that. Well done, Wero. Well defended. But a really good push from Tommy as well. I thought, I mean, he got in the town. Just unfortunate for him that the T-62s arrived when they did and just laid down so much covering fire. More T-62s on the way in now. Heading towards the top, although he's managed to hold everything off there. I'm surprised he didn't send them to the bottom. But of course he doesn't know if there's more there for Tommy, to be fair. T-62s and BMPs absolutely lighting up this town now. MI8 coming in. Will get hit by that Stinger probably, but proving helpful to show the tanks where units are. That is a very lucky MI8. There it goes, finally. Loads of fire going down here. Dragons being used, but unfortunately they are very, very low in cohesion, so they won't be getting many hits. More T-62s coming in down here. More T-62. Tank spam is working at the moment. Surprised he hasn't brought in any infantry, though. There are some TOW-2 launchers coming in there. Another Fireteam 84 coming in at the top there. Those T-62s that were coming in as expected, he has rerouted them to the bottom now, realizing that there's probably not too much happening at the top for them. Tommy's lost a lot here. If we zoom out, we can see that the map is looking very red. Unfortunately, that failed assault may cost him the game here. It depends if he can reinforce Alpha and protect it. If he could stop this assault and have enough surviving units, he could potentially push Delta. I think he would still struggle to push the top because there's a lot of stuff in there. It really depends on how this fight goes. Sapri charging in there. It's very risky. Oh. Yeah, I was going to say. Cluster bomber coming in there. Gets a good hit on T-62 but doesn't kill it. TOW-2 launcher there. Going to cause issues for these tanks. Has a reasonable line of sight through the trees. Up that road. BMP-2 dead. It's a challenging one if you don't know what's in the town, because to some extent, versus the units that are in there, it would actually be much better for these tanks to be right in their face, like the TOW-2s and the Dragons. If these tanks were right in their face, they'd be having a much harder time, and they wouldn't really be getting hits. But you don't know if there's AT-4s in there. For example, there's an AT-4 team coming in, which would obviously do a lot of damage up close. So it's really challenging to know when to get these tanks up close and personal. More tanks coming in, and OSA and Cub coming in as well now. Obviously concerned about those bombers that have been coming in. Infantry here, I think mainly being used to demonstrate where these infantry are so that the tanks can light them up. Plenty of shots coming out from those TOW-2s. Those TOW-2s are absolutely wrecking the T-62s, can I just say. And I don't know if he can't see them, but you need to focus fire these down. If they're appearing, you just need to absolutely hammer that building, because they will pop one of these tanks with every shot. TOW-2s are pretty good accuracy. If we double check, 65% is standard, and these ones are ranked up slightly. Cluster bomber coming in. Gets a kill this time. Dragon firing from down there. I mean, this looks like it's going in Wero's favour, but he's taking a lot of casualties. Cluster bomber coming in. Another cluster bomber here. Veers off before dropping its bombs, taking fire from the OSA. Wero is in the point. He does have a command infantry coming in there, but he's very thin on the ground now in terms of units. This has been an expensive push. Well defended by Tommy again. Both players defending really well in this game. Those two TOW2s were a really good shout because they absolutely tore apart a lot of those tanks. Command is in this point though. Still some good fire support from the tanks that are remaining. Another jet coming in, fighting Falcon. Not sure what it's going for, but it's taking a lot of fire. I was going to say it's dead. I'm not sure if that came in for a strafing run originally, or... I didn't see a chopper. And Wero is retreating. Well defended by Tommy. It's been a costly assault for both players, but Tommy has held it. Wero taking a slight advantage in points. T80 BV coming in there. More Sappery being called in. I mean, these guys are doing a good job killing engineers without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, engineers obviously pose absolutely zero threat to these tanks. Abrams coming in. It's the first Abrams, two Abrams coming in. First Abrams we've seen in this game. Obviously, Tommy desperate to deal with these tanks. It'll be interesting because it's coincided with a T80 BV coming in here. Command is back in that top corner. Where is this going? It's going up here. Oh, it's going to be close to those tanks. So, obviously, an Abrams is best at maximum range in this situation because it's going to penetrate the armor of the T-62s regardless. If it gets really close like this, it means the T-62s are going to do increased damage. If we just have a quick look there. So, 16 at maximum range. The front armor on this is 17. And they're going to be a lot closer. They're going to be about half. I reckon about half the range. Maybe a bit. Yeah, they're already opening fire on it. But for every 175 or 195 meters in this game that you get closer to your target, your armor penetration goes up by 1. Dragons here still getting some shots off. Yeah, Abrams being pulled back. That's a really good maneuver. Being pulled around this side. Sappery being rushed in here. This could be the part where Wero managed to overwhelm the infantry at least. And T80UD being called in now. The first big heavy tank we've seen from Wero as well. The super heavies. Some smoke or something going down here. A little bit of harassment. A little bit of distraction. Make Wero think that something's coming at the top. Try and stop him pushing here. He's currently +2. Wero is obviously taking the lead in points. There's the Abrams. Engaging at maximum range. It is badly damaged though. Has taken fire. T-80 not quite in range. Missile now in range of that, but can't see it. Sappery are in. Infantry is mostly dead. There's a Stinger squad there and a small amount of vehicles. Engineers Dragon being retreated. That Abrams is in a bad way. Good. Moving that Abrams around the top, trying to get some side fire on these tanks coming in. More T-62s being brought in from the top. SC-25AT going for that tank at the back. It is visible to someone. Missile out. Oh, misses. Gun gets it though. The gun gets it. It is spinning round. Does it get a shot off at the tank? No, it doesn't. I thought it might have got a cheeky missile off. SC-25 goes down. Good kill. One less thing for Tommy to worry about, but Tommy having to retreat his command out the bottom now. Wero's attack has been more successful. Tommy just hasn't managed to hold. Did look like he'd killed a lot of those tanks, but Wero persevered. Two MiG-31s in, get the kill on the cluster bomber. T-80 BV and T-62s going for that Abrams now. Abrams returning fire. Nice hit from the T-80. Abrams missing now because it's stressed. And there it goes. Abrams is down, just simply overwhelmed. M60's coming in there, but aren't going to pose, and there's the surrender. Commiserations, Tommy. Really good push at the top, and initially really well defended. Wero just simply overwhelmed you eventually, and the kills to losses just go to show why. It was just simply a numbers game, as usual for these situations, but really well played to both of you. Fantastic game. Let's have a quick look at those kills and losses. Yeah, those Tortus that you brought in absolutely smashed those tanks. 4 tanks killed by them. Cluster got 1 as well. Another cluster got another. I mean, they weren't doing bad at the end of the day. You managed to defend against a lot of those tanks. T62 got a lot of kills there. Not being in the town early on. I mean, there's nothing really to stand out in terms of kills, is there, other than the tanks. BMP-1 did a really good job. I think BMP-1 probably gets the MVP there. It's not a tank, and it's certainly got the most kills. So BMP-1 gets MVP, but really good game, guys. Tune in tomorrow, everyone, for game number 2 between these two. Let's see if Tommy can pull it back, or if Wero takes both games. Thanks for watching, I'll see you all soon.